Members, it is with a heavy heart that I rise today as chair of the California Latino Caucus to ask that we adjourn in the memory of Raul and Maria Flores, who, with 20 others, were unjustly killed on August the 3rd in the El Paso shooting, the largest domestic terrorism attack targeting Latinos in our nation's history. In the 60 years they were married, Raul and Maria represented the epitome of the American dream. While they met in the Mexican city of Ciudad Juarez, they chose to call California home for the majority of their lives. As young adults, they raised their family around the hills of the San Gabriel Valley in Southern California. They raised 3 children, 11 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren, and were waiting for one more on the way. Raul worked as a painter for most of his life and was known as having a strong work ethic in order to provide for his family. Maria, known as Grandma Flores, loved to cook and knew exactly what everyone in her family loved to eat. Visiting family members would always find their favorite dishes waiting for them. Having retired in El Paso, the Flores family became split between the Texas and California states. Raul was scheduled to have open heart surgery on August the 5th. In order to be with him, members of the family converged on El Paso. On the day of the shooting, Raul and Maria were buying airbeds for visiting relatives. They were described by family and community members as inseparable, and the only comfort that their relatives take in their death is that even at the end, Raul and Maria were not separated. However, a man fueled by hate and racism ripped Raul and Maria away from their family, friends, and community. Members, the shooting in El Paso was not a random act. It was absolutely targeted. It was meticulously premeditated, fueled, and enabled by public rhetoric that targets and vilifies immigrants, Latinos, and in particular, Mexican and Mexican Americans. With the highest leader in our country continuously targeting Latinos, calling us criminals, rapists, un-American, and even animals, the shooter was so influenced by the rhetoric of what he called a so-called invasion of the border that he admitted to driving 10 hours to El Paso just to target Mexicans. This incident is the latest in a long history of hate crimes and violence against Latino and other communities of color in this country. In this light, I ask a unified body to continue to find ways to combat all forms of bigotry and hate in our communities. Hate crimes and violence like the type we saw in El Paso cannot continue being the norm. We must reject this rhetoric that causes it. We have a responsibility, each and every one of us, to speak out against this kind of hate. I respectfully ask that you join in a journey in the memory of Raul and Maria Flores and the other 20 victims of the El Paso massacre.